Blake Lively is facing yet more drama, this time with her co-star Anna Kendrick, which she's already done before, but of course is facing again. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I'm here with It's Kim. We're going to go through part 3 of our, hopefully get through it, the rest of the complaint. But before we do that, I wanted to do a quick recap. Kim is here to react as well. It's funny. There was like, let Kim talk. When I do these recaps, I'm talking quickly and spitting it all out. Watch the full replay if you want to see Kim talk. Or better yet, how about you subscribe to Kim over at her channel? Because guess what? She talks all the time on her channel.
I do.
So,
we got to do this quick.
You just got 30,000 subscribers.
Guys. Thank you very much. But Andy's right. We got to do this quick. So let's do it. Let's give you the quick update. That's why you came here. You click that little recap. So let's go.
This is the recap. So if I'm talking more, it's because I'm just I got this isn't supposed to be an hour-long video, and I want to get to it. But I might actually need you to chime in this one because you sent me this as I was prepping something else. So they're refuting again, Kim. Is that what I'm gathering? So we knew before that there was some bad blood. So now I guess just is this a new thing actually, or is this just the resurfacing of the previous feud that's now everyone's talking about?
There has been a rumored feud for a long time, and we've heard some insider sources saying that there's been a feud, but we've also heard people saying there is no feud. It's kind of been a back and forth. But what we are finding out now is that it seems that there may be some tensions behind the scenes for the upcoming promotion of the sequel of A Simple Favor. And
can you
Blake
imagine?
Is facing some, as that headline says, allegedly, Blake Lively is facing some strict measures as the Justin Baldoni legal drama threatens another Simple Favor. So I found this kind of interesting. Again, alleged. We don't know 100%, but I would not be surprised if this is true.
I'm interrupting you and I'm saying it. I believe this wholeheartedly, Kim, judging by all the things she made Justin, all the hoops and things she took over that we see through text message. I can only imagine what Blake's team, her lawyers, her attorneys are now all using because of court things. We can't do this. The amount of requests her and Ryan and everybody was making Justin do. Can't you imagine this is going to be a effing nightmare for Paul Feig and everyone involved in this film?
I think it's going to definitely be a challenge to navigate. I would be very nervous about Q&As and things like that, and it seems that is the case, allegedly, based on these articles. I think it will be interesting to see the tone that they take with promo here, how much we do see of Blake Lively through this process, and how much we see of Anna. Will it be very Anna heavy and not as Blake heavy? I don't know. I guess we will see in time. But I did find some of these articles to be quite interesting when we talk about this, because I could see this going a number of ways, and I would not be surprised if there's a lot of tension behind the scenes right now.
Well, look, when they do these junkets, they can set rules. Like, no, because they can hold the cards. Lewis and I have experienced this. When you do a junket, is what it's called, these interviews for the movies, they bring in journalists, and they'll say, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. That's very common. And then to really ensure it, they film it on their cameras because they're bringing you in. And if you do something that they don't want, they don't give you the footage. They keep the footage, they keep the cards, or they edit it out and give you what they want. So they could control this environment and put them together. What's going to be telling, Kim, is, are they seated together? Are they seated separately? Do they address any of this drama? I imagine neither of them will. Paul Feig's kind of done it a little bit, and he may do it from a defensive standpoint, but I can't imagine anyone's going to want to. But as you're pointing out, yeah, I mean, let's look at it quickly. This is one of the infamous interviews.
So I believe in this.
There's like a lot. It's kind of long, but
muddy field.
Yeah,
and then
he's holding a crystal martini glass.
240-ish mark. It was just probably
what was that?
Be a good place. 240-ish mark might be a good place to start. 240-ish, I think, if I remember correctly.
Because I've seen so many where they're just
and like made it all really nice and polished so that he could sit on it, because it was like, you can't just sit on an apple box.
Yeah, no, it's too.
Of course, doesn't
No, that would be
seersucker will pull.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you need to polish that wood.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your relationship. Was there a relationship before this film? Did you guys know each other? Did you meet at a fancy George Clooney party? I imagine this is what I imagine in my brain. Big movie stars
met at a
meet.
non-fancy.
I love how he's trying to keep it casual.
One of the really casual.
He's like, what?
I love how he's trying to keep it so casual, but it still already feels so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you can. There is a tension feeling of, okay, we got to do this
In a basement somewhere.
Yeah, he's really letting himself go. Well, I met Blake. I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. Look at the body language experts analyzing this right now. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
How quickly do you know?
Now, because Anna Kendrick is pretty honest herself, and that felt like a complete, like, I'm not going to say anything mean, but I'm going to do it in a sarcastic way like you do to me all the time, and then I'll play like it's a laugh. But it feels more than a laugh, doesn't it?
It does. It feels very uncomfortable. And I mean, to be fair, Anna Kendrick has a very dry sense of humor. I find her humor to be a little bit punchy. So, I mean, it could be somewhat in fun, but there's just some parts of these clips that have kind of resurfaced that just do feel very awkward and very uncomfortable. So when we look at the article from the Daily Mail, I think it's the next one, Andy, the one that's saying that Blake is facing strict measures. As the drama goes on, if you scroll down a little bit, there is a bit in this article that just says executives are working with the director to make sure that everything centers around the movie and not Levy's ongoing legal saga. And she'll be getting private coaching from an expert on how to handle any questions that could be thrown at her regarding the Baldoni feud.
I mean, that's expected. What is she going to do, right? What is she going to say? Like, I can relate. That's what she's got to do. She could just not do press, which she threatened to do with Justin if she didn't get her way. So to not show up to this junket's going to speak volumes, right? So she's in a pickle. She not promoting looks bad, and then promoting she's going to be facing criticism. She's got to go through that. But I don't have any faith that she'll pull it off correctly because we're going to be picking apart every piece she does. I mean, don't you think people are going to go nuts with all the new interviews that come out and looking for any little weird look, which may be unfair, to be fair. It may be, but it depends what she does. But the pressure of that's going to be pretty intense, no?
Everything is going to be overanalyzed. And there is a part of me that, I mean, attempting to stay somewhat neutral, I do have some compassion for her in that regard, but at the same time, this is a problem that is a problem now based on her prior interviews. Clearly, this type of training may have been needed prior to this situation. I do feel bad for Anna Kendrick because I feel like she's kind of getting thrown in the middle of this drama that she did not create on a project that she's probably worked very hard on. And she definitely has been hearing from fans over social media of what they feel on this. I mean, we looked at that post the other night where they left the comments open showing the poster for Another Simple Favor and how heavily trolled that post became. I can't imagine that this has been fun for her going through this process.
Anna Mitchell just said it well. She's in a pickle, but she created the brine. That's very true.
Yeah.
That's what the reality is here. And Anna Kendrick is too. I'm sure she doesn't want to deal with any of this. I'm sure because she's out there. They want to piss off the director, the studio, because if they make it about the drama, they look differently. That said, whatever feud there was, Anna Kendrick came back to do another movie with her. And, it's an Amazon movie. They both got paid probably up front pretty well for this one. It's all very strange. I wonder if this will actually help the film weirdly. I think it might. All the insight might actually do more than people realize. So we will see. But the pressure is on for Blake. It's coming. We're not going to be mean to her, but if she does more stupid stuff, we will absolutely be reporting on it for you. And it will be all watching these interactions. Even just the fact if they're together is something, right? If they're together, that to me shows Kendrick's on her side. Like, if she's not with her, that shows me Kendrick does have an issue. Like, there's no reason to not be with Blake if there's not an issue, especially right now.
I could argue Anna Kendrick will just try to be professional one way or the other, right? This is her job.
But you'd want to be there with your friend to sort of help move the narrative if someone's annoying her, right? Putting Blake in solo is way harder. Putting Blake in with somebody who has her back, you know what I mean, Kim, is way easier for Anna to deflect and take the attention. Well, that does. Why are you asking that? But like, she could handle it if she were up to the task and believed in her co-star, right?
Mm-hmm. And I think that is the case, but I think there also is a level to this that they are professional actors. And as we are learning going through all of this documentation for It Ends With Us, promo can be a part of contracts. Regardless of how Anna feels, she may not really have much of a say at
Right.
this point. So I don't know, but I think that she is going to be professional. I hope that Blake is going to be as professional as she can. Hopefully they can navigate this relatively smoothly, because if not, I don't think this is going to look good for Blake, especially in her court case.
Or maybe Anna Kendrick just says, F it, Blake sucks. And goes there. Oh my God, can you imagine?
Maybe she'll poke fun at it. Who knows? Who knows?
I would applaud her so much because I like her. I do like her. I'll be honest. I like her more. I liked her in the movie more. Anyway, stay tuned. A lot more on that is coming. But now we're going to get into part 3 of our Exhibit A breakdown, which I hope we can finally finish. I've put all the unlisted. We've been live all this week, and I put them all unlisted in the comments, so you'll be able to catch up if you missed them, because I do think it's important. Members, hope you're okay with it. Want to give everybody a tease of how you get the replays, but also make sure everybody has access to these if you can't afford it, because it's a lot of data. And we did ask questions. We've been challenging Justin at time to time, so I think it's important you see that full coverage. So if you want to watch that, it'll be in the pinned comment and also on Patreon. Stay tuned. But stay tuned. We are going to get that right next.